was, motherfucker.
Chilling Skeletons Halloween Special 2019.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Chelly Belly Skelly podcast. Today, it's the Halloween special, or rather the weird Halloween hangout, cause fucking, Dylan, didn't
Everyone's
show
gone.
up. Everyone's gone. Everyone is freaking gone. They all got too scared. We mentioned the idea of a Halloween podcast and they were like, what? Just ran away.
They all just died.
Yeah.
So instead of us like doing these like a skit throughout the whole entire podcast where one of them gets killed and the other one gets killed, they're just both dead already.
Yeah.
So we can just skip to that.
Yeah. It's like I seriously, like, when I told Adam, he just went offline, and then I like saw a thing from his family about him escaping the country. He was just really scared. It's pretty fucked up. So the funny thing about this Halloween podcast is it's been a long time in the making. We've been planning this for a long time. It's been several weeks. No, it's been a few minutes.
Yeah, Love just passive aggressively said, "Man, really sucks that we're not gonna have a Halloween podcast this year."
Yeah, I was sort of insinuating that when the next days we could do it, and then I guess I don't. It feels wrong not to have a Halloween podcast for Chilling Skeletons, even though we have skipped on it at least once before, I think. I don't know.
We definitely have. But
we have indeed. Okay.
I have a lot of energy right now.
You do. Oh no. How did you
so
get
I can
this?
do it. I can do this.
Did you eat a big burger at your McDonald's?
I don't know if I should say it out loud.
You ate a fantastic burger.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah. Okay. You fucking unhinged your jaw and ate a gigantic burger. So. Oh my god.
I became a python.
It's true. That's fucking disgusting. Stop it. So, let's talk about some spooky things. I have a thing written down here that I've been wanting to talk about for a while. Because, we haven't done a podcast in a while, so I've written down some things. And I do have a thing that I wanted to talk about. And it's something that's usually very uninteresting, like, extremely uninteresting. You know, when people are like, oh, I had this weird dream. It's like, it's never interesting. It's like, okay, cool. But this dream I had... It was the most intense thing that has ever happened to me. And it was in a fucking dream. So, because it was so realistic, it was not fantastical in any, well, okay, not really in any way. But the dream was that what I remember is that I drove off a street corner. So I was like running out of the city. I sat down at a gas station and I had a gun in my hand. And for some reason the police was hunting me down, and I was like, I have to kill myself, I have to shoot myself in the head. And so I was like working up the courage to shoot myself in the head, and I was like shaking and crying. I was like, because I knew I had to do it, but I was like, and for some reason I had it in my head like, wait, there was some sort of weird fantasy thing to it. It was like, wait, I'll get reincarnated if I do this, but will I? I don't know. And so, yeah. I don't know how that dream ended, but it was fucking intense.
It probably ended with you, like, pulling the trigger and then, like, you woke up.
Probably. I don't know.
That sounds like a fucked up dream, though.
It is really fucked up. It fucking traumatized me. Okay.
I can't think of any, dreams I've had recently. I don't really remember my dream.
Yeah.
Much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember most dreams regardless.
Do you sleep with a fan on?
No. I do during some summers. I don't know.
I sleep with a fan on every night, and I think that has something to do with, like, how vivid my dreams are.
Maybe.
Because sometimes when I sleep without a fan, like, I have, like, more, like, vivid dreams that I remember more.
Yeah.
So maybe, like, the sound of the fan kind of, like, dulls out my dreams, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get you on that one.
Love Nordmark, I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead. Question me.
Do you have starbursts in Sweden?
They're
like a candy?
Okay, what is specifically a starburst? Because I think we might have had it.
It's, they're like little cubes of, it's like a candy. It's not really sugar. I don't know how to explain it. It's like this gummy thing. It's kind of like a gummy thing, but it's more like, dude, I have no idea how to describe this. I'm trying to like, it's kind of like it's like a fruity candy.
Owen, I don't fucking know what your dumb old fucking Starburst is. Okay.
I'm gonna show you a picture of a Starburst, and you need.
Okay, the reason I asked cubes of sugar when you said a Starburst thing is because I remember when I was a kid, I bought this one weird like, I think it was some sort of weird like Pokemon thing where I think you got some sort of little figure, but you also supposedly got some candy with it, and it was literally just dyed cubes of sugar, like tiny ones. It was fucking bizarre. I don't know what was up with that.
Like, did they have the texture of sugar?
Oh, 100%. It was straight up just like weird sugar cubes.
Ew, that's gross.
Yeah.
But no, like Starbursts, they're kind of like, I don't know the word. They're not gummy though.
They're fucking
Because you know how like they're chewy. They're like these chewy cubes, and they're
fucking chewy cubes. Wow.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're chewy.
Okay.
I got this kind. It's called Duos.
Okay, send it.
And it's I'm gonna show you what Starburst looks like. If I can find a good picture of them.
Here's the real Starburst experience.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you because they come individually wrapped. I'm gonna show you a picture of them wrapped.
Yeah. If this isn't unmitigated terror, I don't know what is. Hold on, me.
That's what Starburst looks like.
No, I've totally had those. Those they're not by the same name, but I've totally had those.
Really?
Yeah. They're fucking gross. I don't know.
What? They're the fucking bomb, dude. And this is what they look like unwrapped. I'm sure you already know what they look like unwrapped since you've had them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fucking amazing, and I love Starbursts.
Yeah, of course you do. You fat fuck. Just kidding.
Fuck you. I don't like a lot of I don't like a lot of sugary foods. But Starbursts, I don't know, they always get me.
Yeah, it's true. God damn it. Fucking Starbursts. I gotta ask, because I don't think you've ever talked about this. Did you at any point go trick-or-treating? Did you ever fucking do that?
I did when I was younger.
Okay.
I have not done it probably since I was 10.
Okay. I think I never did it. I think I've never done it.
Yeah, I feel like that's only like a United States thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Might be that I'm retarded.
Or maybe it's just
a retard thing.
No, people just don't like trust anyone anymore.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
So don't.
That's a big fucking thing. Everyone's like, they're putting like funny razor blades on the candies. Gonna kill the kids.
Those people who are always like, oh, people are handing out like drug laced candies.
Dude, if somebody did that, I would be like sick, dude.
No, but if someone
that is like a sick value for getting candy for free to get also drug, because that's
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So you have to like pay a lot to get this get these drugs, right?
Yeah.
No one is going to hand them out for free.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
No one is gonna do that.
Fucking Jesus is the only one who would do that, bro. That's true.
Jesus
charity.
Christ.
Yeah. Oh god.
Did you know Jesus Christ is canon in the JoJo universe?
I sure do. I have heard some musings about Part 7, Stoneball runtime. So
still will run.
That's what it's called. So, what I've heard, and I don't want to know the context of this because I want to be blown away by this when it comes. But what I've heard is that apparently there is a part within Part 7 where, what was it? A girl is pregnant with the head of Jesus. Is this real?
I haven't read Part 7, but I know enough about Part 7 to believe that happens.
Okay, because fucking JoJo is literally the only thing on the planet. It is the only thing where I can't believe anything about it. Like, there's nothing that is too unimaginable to be in fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I don't know.
I saw this post about JoJo, and it was like, it basically said that once you start watching JoJo, you literally cannot stop thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's so weird with like other things I'm into, like shows like Breaking Bad stuff.
Yeah.
I love them, but I don't think about them constantly. But for some reason, I'm always thinking about JoJo.
Yeah. I mean,
it's always on my mind.
My favorite things in the universe are pieces of media where like they're weirdly nonsensical, but there's enough structure to where you're invested. Where like there's so many loose ends that you keep thinking about it. You're like, well, what about this? What about that? Like you just keep thinking about like, hey, what about fucking what was it that one JoJo who died in the war who they never did anything about ever? What about that one? Yeah. It's like, there's so many little weird things, and half of them are just plot holes, but that's, I don't know.
You know that, that baby from Part 4?
Yeah.
The way that she's named, she's technically a JoJo.
Oh, wow. She fucking die?
I don't know, but we could have had a part with her in it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he's gonna do with Part 9 if he ever finishes Part 8.
Yeah. Fucking lazy ass Araki, dude. This is a call out. Fucking Hirohiko Araki, you're a lazy boy. I saw him on his fucking Twitter. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna critique.
Okay, go ahead.
Haraki for a little bit. Araki.
Okay. Yeah.
The last few chapters of JoJolion have been filler. They've been very boring, and it sucks having to wait a month just to have another fucking like 23-page chapter of just like Yasuho like walking around for an hour. It's literally what happens.
It's just 80 psychotic panels of him walking just like in different fucking angles. That'll be really creepy.
That would be interesting, but like fucking it's so boring.
Yeah.
I need something interesting to happen. For God's sake.
I wonder if they're gonna condense it in the anime. I don't know.
If they ever get to Part 8.
I think they're like, I don't think the JoJo anime is gonna like stop like before it like finishes. I don't know. I think it's gonna keep going.
It is gonna keep going, but I'm gonna be like old.
Well,
I probably won't want to watch it then. It's
going pretty fast. I don't know, like, Stone Ocean is premiering in April of the next year, I think.
I think you might be thinking of the Rohan OVA.
I have no fucking idea. Regardless, I don't give a frigadoo. Oh, like, I just don't know why the fuck don't the fucking, like, the manga publishing companies, why don't they focus on the later parts for publishing? The ones that are already finished. It's like, those are the ones that are in demand. Like, people want Stone Ocean. They want an official nice little thing that they can just fucking read. I don't know.
No one wants Stone Ocean. Stone Ocean sucks.
Is it gay? Yeah. Fucking femoids. Let's talk about how women are inferior for something.
Yeah. Stone Ocean is the worst.
By the way, I have this written. I have this written down here. Women are inferior. No.
No.
Yeah.
Let's stop talking about JoJo.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, it's not exactly so interesting for everyone. Hey, let's talk about me being a retard. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You know what I did once? I wrote this down not because I did it recently, but because I just remembered it. So. I order a lot of records off eBay, and at some point I ordered one, and I looked at the way he typed, he like wrote my name and address on the thing. It's like, this man has fucking great handwriting, and I was gonna take a picture of it and put it on Twitter, and then I realized, oh wait, that's my literal entire address.
You fucking dumbass.
I know. I was literally mentally ill. Fucking hell. Oh god. Let's see what's been happening this week for you, Owen? What's going on with you?
Oh, a lot of stuff, but I don't know if I'm comfortable talking about it on the podcast.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Okay, but I can tell you about today.
Okay.
Do you want to hear about what happened today?
Go ahead.
Well, a few hours ago, a few hours ago, love,
It's gonna be spooky.
I dropped acid.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
So
Owen.
I'm like, so
Why did
this
you
is
drop it, Owen? You dropped it on the
this is
floor.
I dropped it on the ground
Yeah.
and it spilled everywhere and it got on me. I burned myself a little bit.
Yeah.
It hurts. And so
That's
that's so that's where all my energy's coming from.
Okay. Yeah.
It if you don't mind me, if you
Yeah.
don't mind me,
Yes.
because you know a lot of people don't really know
I
what it's
just
like.
realized I just realized that because you're on acid and I'm currently drunk, so this podcast is like it's not especially stable because like
That's
I don't-
perfect.
It is perfect, but yeah. If only there
But
was. Oh,
I just want to talk about how it feels like
go
because
ahead. Go ahead.
you see a lot of people be like, oh, when you do acid, like you just see shit.
Yeah.
I'm not hallucinating at all.
Okay.
The most that's happening is
Yeah.
when I look at light. You know how like when you look at lights and your eyes are kind of
Yeah.
like you just cried or something, so your eyes are there's like water over your eyes.
Oh yeah.
So they look kind of like there's like I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like that. All lights
Yeah.
look like that right now.
Okay. Oh.
But all that's happening to me is that I just have so much energy,
Ah. Okay. That's interesting.
and I don't know I feel amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like this should be legal.
I honestly like in all honesty, I feel like all drugs should be legal and like I don't know, just regulated. I don't know.
I remember we had this discussion like a long ass time ago,
Yeah,
and I didn't agree with that.
I thought you weren't gonna. I thought you didn't remember that, but yeah, I remember it was.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, it was Yumi and Shayna and Nicole, I think, and we were talking about it, and I said that I think all drugs should be illegal, and you guys
Yeah.
didn't agree, and
We got in like a fight over that.
yeah, and
And it's
to be fair, at the time I didn't have like I didn't like know enough to like back up my argument, regardless.
Well, neither did I.
Yeah.
Neither of us had.
Yeah, but I honestly feel like if you make something like, you know, the really hard drugs, like the real fucked up ones, like if you make even those illegal, it's like, I really think that people will kind of stop using them because it's like, I don't know, I feel like they will become mundane at some point if you do that, like people will just like, I don't know, and if you also like make it so that like, people do this thing where like they have clinics where like for people who have fucking meth addiction, they can get like some sort of amphetamine, but it isn't necessarily as strong, but it gives them the fix so they can be what's it called, habilitated that way. I don't know.
I think there are places like that.
Yeah, there definitely are. I don't know. Yeah, I just think it's a little weird that they're illegal, and I like in an economy that is currently, I mean, the debt is going the fuck up at the moment. I really think that you should probably find some new source of income. Like, come the.
That's
fuck
true.
up. I don't know.
And it's just like I felt the same way when I did mushrooms.
Yeah.
It's just like if you do it in low doses, the only thing it does to you is just make you feel so good.
Yeah.
Makes you feel fantastic, and it's like a lasting. It rewires your brain. It helps you.
Yeah.
So this could be something that like people with depression or like anxiety, they could like take low doses of like acid or mushrooms to just like calm themselves or like make them feel more confident in themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess. What was I gonna say? This is the spookiest thing of all. Talking about like phony drug. Oh god. I'm gonna fucking burp. Dude,
Hold on, do you want to hear me eat a Dorito?
Yeah, go ahead.
Get ready
Eat
for
it-
some-
eat a
okay.
Dorito.
So this is spicy sweet chili Dorito. You ready? This
Okay,
is some
spicy
ASMR.
sweet chili. I fucking uppercutted you, Owen.
Fuck you.
That's disgusting. That is really.
That was disgusting, love. I hope you cut
Yeah.
that out. No, I'm just kidding. Did you read that thing where it said a a single Cool Ranch Dorito has more flavor than a peasant would have had in his entire life in the Middle Ages?
I mean, it's probably true, but what is that a scientific study?
I don't know.
It's like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's right. I don't know. Fucking, I find like the idea of peasants in the Middle Ages inherently funny because they just live such shitty lives. They just fucking like get up and they eat dirt and then they fucking like go somewhere, smack a fucking metal block for a few hours, get a sword and get their head cut off. It's like fucking, and then they just like shit in the street. I want to live like that.
What a sad fucking life. I just imagine waking up and then immediately just like shoveling dirt into your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. You wake up from your dirt bed, you get up, you go down, you eat it. I don't know. Oh,
Fuck, god damn it.
it's freaked up, dude. Oh my god.
Have you saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, right?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
You know, spoiler warning.
Okay.
Everyone.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. You know at the end when he does the acid and like those people
Oh, yeah.
break into his house and he like
Yeah.
I feel like I could do that right now.
Oh my god, Owen. Dude, your cat is gonna walk in front of you and you're gonna grab him and fucking Super Mario 64 him around in a circle.
No.
God damn it, Owen. Oh.
Love, don't you have like stuff written down to talk about?
Yeah, I do, but here's the thing, like, half of it was about Dylan. So...
Well, what stuff do you have that's
I
not
do
about
actually,
Dylan?
I have a good deal of questions. Maybe, you know, a lot of podcasts answer the questions at the end, but maybe we should answer them right now, because honestly, like, when you answer questions at the end, a lot of people don't hear it. So...
Yeah, and also these questions could open...
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Pathways to more
Big
conversations.
discussion. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so on the Chilling Skeletons Twitter, which is epic, you should follow it. We made a little post recently about John Oliver endorse us. So we asked for some questions about 8,000 years ago, and we got some on September the 9th. So okay, so I'm gonna read a few questions here. Holy shit. Okay, so our boy Kumba, he actually asked a good few questions, which could activate some discussion. So first question he asked
that
was,
stupid idiot?
yeah, it's that fucking
Kumba?
yeah, it's that fucking idiot who
God,
like
he messaged me and he was like, "Oh, I see you like ska, blah blah blah." Like whatever, I don't give a fuck,
yeah,
dude.
he cut open my cat and like sealed it up again, but I was still not cool with it. So
Kidding, Kumba, I love you.
yeah, okay. What are some of your favorite albums of 2019 so far?
Oh, I actually, I might have an answer for that if the album I'm thinking of came out in this year.
Yeah.
You can give your answer while I look this up.
I'm trying to think of it, because I had a good deal of albums I liked in 2018, like Kids See Ghosts and shit like that. Those were good. But I'm trying to remember if I have a lot of albums in 2019 that I really loved.
I don't think I have any albums in 2019 that I loved.
Oh, well, I really like the new King Gizzard album. I think that the Infect the Rat's Nest, or whatever it's called.
That's the one that's like thrash metal, right?
Yeah, I really think that
I fucking love that.
I think that King Gizzard is at their best when they're going in an extreme. Like, for example, like, Not Gonna Finish was them going full, like, they're just going full throttle. And then Paper Mache Dream Bloom, whatever the fuck it's called, that was them going full, like, folk. And I think they're at their best when they're going, like, hard in the direction of something. And Infect the Rat's Nest, they are going just, like, yeah, they're going all in on that thrash metal thing.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. I mean, it's a depressing album, but is it
depressing?
I mean, yeah, it is inherently depressing because of what it is dealing with, but it is fantastic. It is great.
I'm going to listen to that after this podcast.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'll enjoy it more since I'm, you know.
Yeah.
And that might actually be my favorite album of this year because I listened to it a little bit before.
Yeah.
I haven't really listened to a lot of albums that came out this year.
Yeah, same here actually. I mean there are some albums, but like I feel like To me, I've sort of gotten this feeling that, like, if somebody has been releasing albums for fucking 40 years and they're fucking old man, I don't think, like, that counts as an album of 2019. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have there's an album that came out last year.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it, but it's from a band that is fairly new, and I just want to give a shout out to them because I love them so much. They're called
Yeah.
The Interrupters.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you heard of them. They're a ska band,
Okay.
but they're like, you know Rancid, right? The band Rancid.
Yeah, of course.
It's basically like Rancid, but with a female singer. She sounds exactly like the dude from
nice.
Rancid. I'm gonna after the podcast, I'll send you some songs from them.
Nice.
But they're pretty fucking rad, and I love them. They did a cover of "Bad Guy" from Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
And as much as I don't really like Billie Eilish, but I like that song because it's popular.
Yeah.
But this cover is really good.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
I was actually gonna think of, like, I think there might be something I'm thinking about, just like in 2019. What the fuck?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. Just kind of hard. Okay, I got one. Clown Time by Dylan
Oh, wait.
Porkin.
Yeah. How could we forget Colorful Face from Dylan Perkins?
I haven't heard that one. God damn.
That's the one with the song that I made. I did a bass
yeah.
line to one of those songs.
Yeah, wait. Did he release, was Cram Person on Colorful Face?
It's called Jamie.
Okay, because I love that song. I'm a tiny bit biased, but I do think that's a great song. I haven't listened to the fucking EP yet, but I think I would probably enjoy it.
That is a good song. If everyone right now listen to Jamie from Dylan Perkins. It is a great song. It's a funny song. Like the lyrics are funny.
Fantastic. And it's great.
The bass line's pretty epic too.
I remember about over a year ago or so when fucking Dylan, he handed me that song and told me to mix it, which is literally like, you see that video on YouTube where they hand like a monkey a machine gun and like they just watch what happens? Like that's literally what it was like, because I didn't know fucking anything about mixing. And like, I just I don't know. The original version is not very good. It was a very short-lived project called One Too Many, I think. I think that's what it was called.
Is that what our band was? One Too Many?
That's what it's called. Yeah. Yeah. I think we should probably wait a little bit. But okay, so next question. Oh my god. This is a really general question. Is there anything you're looking forward to? That's such a that's like a therapist question. It's like, is there anything you're looking forward to in life? Is there literally anything?
Doing acid again.
Yeah. Sucking a dick.
That too.
Yeah. Okay.
Sucking dick. Looking forward to that.
Of course. Well, I am looking forward to going to Kumbel's house tomorrow, but that's just one thing. Actually, okay, this is actually a topic. This is actually a little bit of a topic to talk about. So, yeah, in January, I will actually be attending a school. I will actually be going to school for a bit, and just
going to school for what?
Just like generally, just like get some more credentials. Do.
Oh
something.
Yeah, because you're retarded. I forgot.
No, because I stopped going to school like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But
well, that's good. Happy for you.
Yeah. But I am looking forward to starting that, because I do want to fucking talk to more people my age. Because literally, besides Kumbel and a few other friends who I talk to quite rarely, I don't talk to people my age in real life. I just don't.
That's so weird, because I feel like in Sweden everyone's friends with each other.
Oh, it's the complete opposite. Like, Sweden
really?
is extremely, like, socially isolated. Like, there's very, I don't know, people don't talk to each other. And it's like I was talking about in that one episode where I was talking about, like, how the reason McDonald's in Sweden are, like...
Oh, yeah.
They're less rowdy. It's not because they're better people, it's because they're just more socially awkward. Oh, God. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Kumbel asks, what has recently rattled your bones? Considering your comments before about how you had an entire week you can't talk about, I don't know if that's... I don't know. So, when it's rattled my bones...
I can try to, like, be vague about it.
Okay, fine.
someone that I like someone that I hate. I guess that's what I can
Okay,
say.
yeah, okay. What has rattled my bones? Fucking... What has fucking rattled my bones? I'm trying to think of it. God damn it. I just can't... well, okay, I'll say one thing. How goddamn expensive it is to go and drink in a fucking club here or in a bar and thing. Because, like, over here, I did actually go out to a bar with a friend about a week ago. And a friend who's actually not Kumbo, which is rare. But it's a friend I got.
Very proud of you.
Yeah, bro. And
He's a friend that I have.
Yes, it is true. But we went to this one bar, and it is so goddamn expensive because, like, literally, before you even, like, order a drink, the door admission is fucking, like, I think it will be the equivalent of $15 US. And then you get in, and, like, I think a beer costed, like, what was it? It would be about $8. I don't know. It's
Oh my God.
unbelievably expensive. I didn't even dare order anything bigger now. It's like, I don't fucking know what they're gonna cost. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little.
It's the same. It's pretty much the same here.
Yeah.
But I don't drink, so I just smoke pot.
Yeah. You
And that's
can't,
free.
You can't publicly drink it at this point, regardless. So.
I can do it in a year.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
yeah,
21 in a year.
in a few months. So.
Wait, how old are you? Are you 21 now?
I'm 21,
forgot how
going
old
on
you are.
22 next year.
Oh, okay.
The drinking thing is 20 here.
Oh, I thought it was 16. Oh no, that's Ireland.
I'm not actually sure. Like, there's different things. So, like, I think it's 18 to drink at pubs or some shit, and it's yeah, it's 20 to buy alcohol in a store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I could talk about something that rattled my bones.
Okay.
Last night I saw this video. I found
Yeah.
this channel, and they talk about like cryptids and shit.
Okay.
There's this fucking
those
cryptid.
fucking channels. Yeah.
There's this fucking cryptid that was called, I shit you not, the Black Stickman. They're literally just people from around the world have cited these. They're literally just like stickmen. Like, think of, like, you know how like people who don't know how to draw, when they try to draw someone, they just draw like the stick person.
Yeah.
People just see, like, and they're like 10 feet tall.
Oh my god. That is a tiny bit terrifying, but wait, what's up? What the
Can you imagine how fucking terrifying this is,
Yeah.
love?
It's
This one
scary.
person, this one account said that like they were looking at like a light pole,
Yeah.
and they saw another pole that was moving next to it,
Oh,
and it was
shit.
it was a leg of one of these stick people, and they were like 20 feet tall.
It's fucked up. It's like that scene of Shrek 2 with the gingerbread.
That's with the fucking but instead of the gingerbread, it's a
Yeah.
fucking stick person.
Yeah, I feel like this story has a tiny bit ripping off Slender Man. The whole point is he's supposed to blend into the forest. I don't know.
I don't know. I watched the video. The video was like a half hour,
Yeah.
and
Spooky.
it literally it was like, if you think about it, knowing that it's false, because it's false, right?
Well, yeah, of
There's
course.
no way that these stick
Yeah.
people fucking exist.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's kind of silly. But if you kind of
Yeah.
go in with like an
open mind.
open mind, and like,
Yeah.
maybe this is true,
Yeah.
it's kind of, can you imagine like just like walking somewhere and then you just see like a stick person,
Yeah.
that's
that
fucking-
is
and they're like-
fucked up.
and they're like 10 feet tall?
See, that's good horror, the whole stick people thing, because that's, like, incomprehensible. That's not, like, a real thing. It's like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's genuinely terrifying.
It's
Um,
fucking like, but it's still like, it's something that you are familiar with
Yeah,
still.
exactly. Yeah.
So you can still kind of visualize it, but then you like try to visualize like what the fuck, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd fucking freak out.
Oh yeah. I fucking it's a tiny bit less terrifying when I think about like the moving like fucking pivot stick figure animator, that one thing where like you fucking move all jankily.
Well, the way that they describe them moving is that they just kind of float,
Oh, that's a little creepy actually.
but then they still like they still kind of move their legs as if they're walking, but they're like floating.
Oh, that is creepy. I don't like that.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah. Okay, so what rattles our bones? Stick figure, guys. So okay, next question. There are a lot of questions here actually. What are some of your favorite episodes of the Chilling Skeletons podcast or Chilling Skeletons Gaming? So our favorite episodes of the podcast, Owen. So here's the thing. I think we might go in lockstep on this one, but I think Adam will differ a lot because like episodes that we thought were very funny, Adam was fucking infuriated by like the fucking lasagna episode.
I don't even remember that episode. Was I high during that, or like was I just tired?
It might. I think it was before that. I think it was before. I don't know, but that episode was very amusing to me, and I don't know. I kind of enjoy train wrecks to some degree. I just enjoy the idea of shit just falling apart. But so okay, genuinely good episodes that are good by any merit. The part 4 of episodes. Let's see here. So. Let's see. I really enjoyed the Halloween episode me, Owen, and Dylan did in 2018 called A Very Cat-Piss Halloween. That was a fun one. It had a lot of content in it because it was 2 podcasts edited into one, so it kind of had a lot of shit.
Yeah, I like that one. That was fun.
Yeah, let's see what else. I liked the second one after Dylan returned where we talked about your McDonald's stories and all that, and you gave your famous homeless person speech.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna try to think of like some earlier ones that are really good. Well, okay. There's.
I don't think any of them were good.
I honestly, I have some nostalgia for the creepypasta ones where we would read creepypastas. Those were kind of fun. We sort of ran out. Like there just got to a point where we ran out of them because there weren't enough shitty creepypastas.
Well, there is enough shitty creepypastas, but it's just the ones that are entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And also,
nothing can be as good as the Yellow Devil.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I should probably clarify about that because it's so hard to find that episode now because you would have to go into a weird playlist and all that. So I'm just gonna clarify the Yellow Devil thing. It was me and Owen reading a creepypasta about Mega Man, and it was about the Yellow Devil specifically. And the whole thing that made that episode funny was there was like several points where the Yellow Devil just goes, "I am the Yellow Devil," and the way Owen read that, it was like, "I am the Yellow Devil." It was like. It made me chuckle like a big boy, and yeah, it was a funny meme. Favorite thing of Chilling Skeletons Gaming. See, Chilling Skeletons Gaming is a thing that you were only part of at the beginning, and then we sort of stopped doing that because it's hard to do gaming over Discord and shit like that.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and also just no interest in it. But me and Kumble did a few series, and personally, I really loved the Doki Doki Literature Club series because that series contains like. What I liked about a lot of our recent playthroughs and what we do is the fact that it's basically Kumble finds a game and he just makes me play it and we film it. And it's like Doki Doki Literature Club, there's literally a moment, like towards the end, there's a moment where I'm straight up just fucking crying in the Let's Play and I'm just going, anyone who has been watching Chilling Skeletons since 2014, did you think you were going to hear me fucking break down on fucking recording? But yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I did not watch those videos. You cry in one of those?
Yeah, well of course, yeah, yes, I did, and it makes complete sense you wouldn't watch it because they're long as fuck, but I did make a best of thing of those two, if you're interested, but yeah, it's...
I probably will watch that.
Those were insane.
Wait, what is Doki Doki Literature Club about?
You haven't heard of it?
I haven't heard anything of it.
Okay, so let me tell you about it. So,
oh, sorry, spoiler.
Yeah. Whatever. Doki Doki Literature Club. It's basically, it starts as a very like normal dating sim. It's like it's honestly like it's very well done in that it brings you into the world. It seems very normal and yeah, and then it just slowly descends from there, and like you just like not only does it get like, you know, spooky fucked up game, it's like you just start learning that everyone has these horrifying abusive backstories and everything is just like it's very realistic in how everything is fucked up, and it's it's not fun.
What's the spooky stuff that happens? Is there like a ghost?
a big ghost. No, so, I mean,
I know nothing about this fucking game.
Well, okay, so it's like psychological horror, as in like people like just going insane, combined with like, you know, conventional horror, as in like just, I don't know, just shit glitching, fucking like, I don't know. It's a lot of kinds of horror in one. It's a scary game, but yeah, I like that one. Okay. I just looked at the next question. Kumble asks.
Wait, I haven't talked about mine.
Go ahead.
Because a lot of my favorite ones are recent ones because I don't remember the old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm enjoying this one so far, so this one might be one of my favorite ones.
It's a fun one.
A lot of my favorite ones are the ones when it's just me and you.
Yeah. Which were kind of fun.
Because I'm friends with Dylan and Adam.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm the closest with you because I've known you the longest.
Yeah. That. Yeah.
So I connect with when it's just me and you. I feel like I connect with you like better. So we have like these long conversations. Well, we used to.
Yeah.
But we're having it like now.
Yeah.
So like, kind of like mid. I'm trying to find specifically what episode, but there was like an episode where it was just me and you. I think it was. That might be it. I think is that Spaghetti Fork? Is that one? Is that an episode?
Yeah. I don't know.
Spaghetti Fork.
It's when we talk about you having spaghetti fork. I don't fucking know.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
I just like the ones when it's me and you.
Yeah. And yeah, those were fun. There was a period in 2016 or so when we like there's points where like your like media taste with someone just perfectly lines up like an eclipse. Like in 2016, me and Owen were both so fucking into Primus, and like we would literally have these like hour-long calls where we would just sit and like watch Primus concerts in a call, and like watch together or some shit. And
those were the good days.
Yeah, those were fun as fuck. Yeah,
those were so fun.
Yeah, I would wake up really early. I'd wake up at like 2 a.m. and I would just talk to you and watch Primus go. I don't know.
But yeah,
okay.
So like but then also one of the recent episodes that we did.
Oh, Frog Chorus.
Frog Chorus.
That one is just a masterpiece. That's like.
I think Frog Chorus. No, yeah, Frog Chorus is definitely my favorite fucking episode.
I do really like the part where I bamboozled you about my funny newspaper service. Whatever. Let's see here. The next question Kumble asks is, why is Chung Skelter's gaming superior to any other gaming content on the internet? Because I'm on it, and I'm a god. I believe I am a god. I am literally delusional. So let's go to the next question.
Oh, bro. Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
My girlfriend recently got a PC, and she said, and I can use the PC too because we live together.
Yeah.
So, hypothetically, if you want to maybe start a Chilling Skeletons Minecraft Let's Play.
Fucking content. Yeah.
I'll be up for that.
That would be fun, though. I question whether or not my current computer could handle it. I guess we'll. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. So, next question. The final question Kumble asked is, I've found her head and left arm. Where's the rest of the body, you fucking monsters? See,
they're scattered around.
Very scattered around central.
They're scattered around Central
Park.
No, Central United States. That area. They're scattered around there. You have to like look around.
Okay. Oh god, I'm gonna burp. Okay, so. Okay. Here comes a few good questions. See, I like when people ask questions and they do several in one post. That's nice. If you want that's nice. Yeah. So. Nato Joru, I believe that's how you pronounce it, asks, what's your favorite piece of album art?
Holy shit, that's a loaded question.
It's a loaded question. Yeah.
It's a loaded question. I really like the Animals.
Oh yeah, that one's sick.
Pink Floyd, I like that. I like very like simple, like kind of that kind of stuff.
I like things that describe the album very well. Like they feel like they're one with the music. Like,
Oh
um,
yeah, yeah, I know.
I
I
think
feel that.
Primus in their early days did a good job of that. I mean, with their fucking the like weird clay aesthetic really meshed well with that fucking sound. I don't know.
If I'm gonna be honest, I think every single Primus cover, like album art
Yeah,
is good. It's just genuinely
yeah.
like my
Oh
favorite.
yeah, yeah.
Besides, actually, no, Tales from the Punch Bowl sucked.
Yeah, Taste from Punch Bowl looks fucking stupid.
Yeah,
That album in general was a little, I don't know.
yeah, it's I like it.
It's
The
good.
the album art for No Gods, No Managers is really
Oh,
cool.
yeah, that's a good one.
Are you gonna put these up on the screen as we talk about it?
I hope so. I might pay Adam to be my bitch boy for it.
I hope
I don't know. If I have enough money,
Um,
I'll probably pay Adam for it.
Another album art I like is the 99 Songs of Revolution from Straight Up Manifesto,
Oh, okay, straight. Yeah.
Volume 1. So
Yes.
it's a cover album. So every song on it are covers of different songs, and
Yeah.
the album art references each song.
Oh, okay. That's nice.
So there's birds flying away. So if you look in the top right corner, there's a bird flying away.
Yes.
Red Rubber Ball is
Yeah.
covered in that, and so like the sun looks like a red rubber ball.
Oh,
It just
yes.
it's like that shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Some of my favorite ones are. I really genuinely do love the Tramp Mask replica cover. I think it is
oh, me
fantastic
too.
in describing the music because it is
Yeah.
just horrifying, just on sight. It's just disgusting. I don't know. I don't know.
Hot Rats
Oh yeah,
from
it's a very spooky one.
Frank Zappa.
Yeah,
I like that one.
it's a good one. I also like the cover. I like the cover of Blood Money by Tom Waits. It's a incredibly dark album. It is like it's very much yeah, it's pretty fucked up, but the cover is fucking it's this image that's like red dyed of Tom Waits looking back doing the Kubrick stare, and he's like holding like money and like playing cards with blood on them. It's like it is literally a cursed image. It seriously is. Like it's really fucked up. But I don't know. I like a lot of different album covers.
What kind of music does Tom Waits make?
Oh, he makes fantastic music. Like, well, okay, let me think. Um, that's honestly a hard question in itself. It's like he makes very strange.
Is he like
Okay,
does it like jazz or is it like
it's sort of like okay. Here are the
Oh.
different elements of Tom Waits. It's like it's sort of like blues, jazz, wacky shit from Captain Beefheart and Frank Zappa. It's like it's very strange. And then there's like a lot of shit that sounds a lot like shit Les Claypool would go on to do. Like Tom Waits and the stuff Les Claypool does is honestly very similar. He's very influenced by it. And incidentally, most of the members of Primus have played on Tom Waits albums.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Has Les
yeah.
Claypool played on any of his
Oh,
albums?
and most of them. He's played on most
Wait, really?
Tom Waits albums. Yeah. He's
Why haven't I not listened to Tom Waits?
Yeah, I can show you some stuff from him. It's pretty cool. Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, next question. Who are your main inspirations for what you do?
Okay. So it's not so much what I do is that I want to do, because
Yeah.
right now what I'm doing is go to college so I can have a future.
Yeah.
But what I want to do is be a math teacher and also have like a music career.
Yeah.
And I hope that my music career gets picked up and I can just do that for the rest of my life, but I know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, teaching is just like my steady what's going to happen in my life. And if my music happens to get popular, then that's what happened. But whatever.
Yeah.
My music inspiration, it started out as Les Claypool.
Yeah.
But now that my music taste has changed, it's more like the guys from Operation Ivy, and just a lot of ska, like punk bands.
Yeah.
And math-wise, since I also want to be a math teacher, my greatest inspiration to delve deeper into math is my math teacher in high school. His name is Mr. De Silva.
Was that
He's
the
the
guy you want
greatest.
to fuck?
No, no.
Okay.
That's my chemistry teacher, but I don't. Yeah, but he, my Mr. De Silva, he's like one of my favorite teachers I've ever had. And he just really having him as a teacher made me realize how much I love math.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess
Yeah.
my biggest inspirations are my math teacher and ska bands from the '90s.
Very different inspirations. Okay, so what are my inspirations? I think I I mean, there's like the typical ones, like the ones that everybody literally knows that I'm inspired by, because like it's just obvious, like, you know, it's all the like internet animator guys. It's Oni, it's Psychopels, all those guys. But yeah, of course, Ed really inspired me. Let's see, but some more abstract inspirations. Let's see, it's people that inspire me. I know I have a good deal. Frank Zappa definitely inspires me a lot, because he was just so unrelentingly fucking wacky in his music, and he literally put out shit he was so unbelievably prolific. He would put out like 3 albums a year. I don't know. But
That's kind of like what that's almost like what King Gizzard is doing.
Oh yeah, very much
Get in
so.
there.
Yeah, King Gizzard they're very uncharacteristically prolific for the 2010s, because like bands now have to tour so often to like get their to like make it profitable, that like they can't make albums as often as you could back
they can't
in the day.
record all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not like a huge fan of King Gizzard, but I am like confident in saying that they are like one of the greatest bands of our time.
Oh yes, definitely. They use a lot of cool time signatures. They use the 7. What's the?
Yeah.
The 7 whatever.
7/8.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
It's very interesting. I'm actually making a weird prog album right now, which is it's way easier when you're using fucking digital tools. But I find it really fun to like put in like weird ass time signatures into FL Studio and just be like, how am I gonna solve this fucking puzzle? How am I gonna do that? But
you're making an album?
Oh yeah, I'm making a sort of prog album. I could show you a song or so after this, but well, I have 2 albums on the way.
You need any bass lines for that album, bro?
Yeah. No, I think that would be very hard, honestly. I don't know how this
I could just record it on my, and then if you send me the sound file, I could record like a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What the hell was I gonna say? Oh yeah, probably one of my biggest life inspirations is probably Henry Rollins. The way he like the amount of insanely motivated he is just it fascinates me. He was the lead singer of Black Flag from the 80s, and he is currently I don't know, he's doing a lot of talking shows, but the fascinating thing about him is just how he says like he just accepts basically every fucking offer that is given to him, and he's just like, hey, I'll just do anything and let's see what happens. I don't know. There's a lot of cool shit he says. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Also, Charles Manson. No.
So when people talk about like inspirations, it's usually like people that share the same interests in what they do, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way I look at it, because I want to just do music, but I find a lot of inspiration in a lot of like artists, like you, or like like Oni, like the animators on YouTube, because they're just so dedicated to their work and they don't give a shit that when they put it out, like it's probably not going to get that much attention, because animators on YouTube or the internet, they don't.
Yeah.
It's hard, but seeing them still like work, and then seeing like Mick, he's now working with his like one of his favorite things ever. And I find that so inspirational.
It really
is. It just inspires me, but in a different way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I can't believe I forgot. Hirohiko Araki is honestly, like, he is my most recent biggest inspiration. Like, watching JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like, it gave me a boost, and, like, I wanted, there's so much of that made me want to do things of, like, how, like, he made something so fucking bizarre and strange, and yet it is, like, among the most popular fucking mangas that ever come out of Japan, despite the fact that it is so fucking weird. And that I like that, and also I don't know. I like what I like about Hirohiko Araki is that he wants to make a lot of weird ass stories, make a lot of like weird continuity, but he doesn't. He doesn't give that much of a fuck to a point where like I don't know, like he'll drop things if he just feels like it, which I kind
Yeah,
of
no,
respect.
that's what I love.
Yeah.
That's what I love about him. He literally just vibes when he makes his
exactly. He's
manga.
not a fucking.
He's just vibing with it.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck about fucking Cinema Sins Mappan has bullshit on YouTube. People like fucking picking apart. It's like, who gives a fuck? I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I think it's very fun. That's it. I don't know.
No, yeah, the thing I love about Araki is that it shows that even if you're not particularly good at something, if you're passionate about something, then you'll get something out of it. Because let's be honest, his earlier works look kind of shitty.
I mean, maybe
he wasn't that good of an artist like near the beginning, but but that's what I'm saying. Like you can see his art style like literally change in the middle of parts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He is continually learning and like bettering his art style from these disgusting looking muscular men to like actual human looking people.
Yeah, I'm reading part 4 right now, and at the beginning, Koichi fucking looks like a little fucking gremlin rat person, and it's disgusting. It's like, and Josuke looks like a weird like version of Jotaro with just like he has the same like body types. I don't know.
I think his art style like definitely changed in the middle of part 4. That's where it took the biggest change. That's when he started like slimming his characters down.
Yeah.
And he didn't make them so fucking muscular as shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And now in part 8 everyone's like a crackhead.
Yeah, pretty much. See, I do kind of miss a little bit, like, when I see, like, new art from him, everyone is so fucking thin, it's like, I don't know. Oh god. What the hell am I, Oh yeah, okay, the final question. I did. Oh, dude, Jesus Christ. Okay, so final question. What piece of art / experience shaped you the most as a wee babe?
As a baby.
Well, okay, not as a baby. He actually clarified.
I know.
Just
like when I was
up.
young. Growing up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm still growing up now. Like I feel like the biggest change.
Everyone is growing up at all times, pretty much.
That's what I'm. Yeah, so I don't. Because I would say, the Real Big Fish live album, that completely changed my whole life. It like took. I was going in a road where like I wanted to make music like Les Claypool. I wanted to make like these experimental like funk music, and I wanted to be a fucking like graphic designer or something. And then all of a sudden I listened to this ska album, and it just like changed my whole. It literally changed my whole life.
Yeah.
As much as stupid as that sounds.
No, I get it.
Our live album is better than I can't remember what it's called, but the Real Big Fish live album literally changed my whole life.
Wow.
And I listened to it like last year.
I'm trying to think of what thing fucking changed my life. Let's see here. Well, one thing that actually made a big impact in my life was back in early 2017. The animation Double King actually like it really like.
Oh, I fucking love that.
A lot. Yeah, it made me think a lot about. I don't know, just doing bigger things. And I didn't think a lot about that before that. And I actually have one of the, what's it called? The, like, weird little lithograph things and, like, a drawing from the guy who made it. I have those framed on my wall, actually. And I would say probably... You know, honestly, as goofy as this guy... Well, okay, it all sounds goofy, but... Honestly, watching My Hero Academia in 2017 sort of changed my life because that was literally the first anime I'd watched in my fucking in in the last few years, because like I literally was just against the idea of watching anime for like my entire growing up period, and then like literally in 2017 I watched it. I was like, dude, this is fucking good. I'm just gonna start watching it, and yeah, that sort of changed.
And now you have an anime as your profile picture.
Yeah, now I'm a disgusting man. So what has changed my life?
It's crazy how much both of our lives has changed within like the last year.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, have you thought like?
Yeah,
I used
like,
to be
for-
like this fucking Primus
I get it.
obsessed dude, and now I don't even
Yeah.
I don't fucking listen to Primus anymore.
Yeah, bro. What's I thinking? Let's see. There are definitely albums that have changed my life. I think, honestly, like during 2016 is probably the most life-changing albums that I listened to during that year, because I listened to Hot Rats by Frank Zappa. That album like changed my entire perception of what music was. Because like during that time, I was like, oh, 60s music, it's like funny psychedelia, it's big hippie. And then I was like, oh wait, holy shit, there's so much other shit going on. And listening to Frank Zappa, blah blah. Then I heard Highway 61 Revisited by Bob Dylan, and that was fucking... That actually introduced me into the whole like, I don't know, bluesy folk world, and made me enjoy that.
Maybe enjoy it. Bro, you were obsessed with Bob Dylan for like
Of
a
course,
long ass
dude.
fucking time.
I still am, but
Yeah, you still yeah.
Bob Dylan and Frank Zappa are still my two favorite artists of all time. But what else changed my life? Actually, an album that sort of changed my life was Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables, or what the fuck it's called, by Dead Kennedy. No, wait, no, I'm an idiot. It was Give Me Convenience or Give Me Death by Dead Kennedys. That album changed my life, because like I was not that much into punk before that, and then I heard the album, I was like, damn man, and I got really into like a lot of different punk stuff. The end.
I listened to an album recently. Let me just look it up, and it literally changed my whole perspective on living.
Oh
Let
my
me just
God.
I forgot. Yeah. Let me
The
just
Peppa
look it up
Pig
real quick.
album?
I can't I can't remember the name of it, but I think I'm gonna. Oh yeah, that's okay. Perk Up from Dylan Perkins. It changed my whole life.
Yeah. Dude, I listened to Perk Up by Dylan Perkins, and I said, who is this fucking bitch? And I took it out of my dang CD Walkman, and I threw it onto the side.
As much as we make fun of Dylan's music career, he does make really good music.
He is a motivated man. He makes many music.
I really like his first album, Sober. I think that's my favorite album from him.
Yeah.
I enjoy that album so fucking much. It's like
Dylan's
one of my favorite
career
albums.
is a tiny bit confusing to me, because like he's rebooted so many times, and he's made like so many little mini albums. Like I'm not 100% sure about that. Yeah.
Well, he's on Spotify, so that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. That's I am glad about that. The hell.
Oh, did I tell you that my band? You know how we had a band? I had a band,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we broke up.
Oh really? Wow.
It's very sad.
Crazy. Yeah. That is big.
Trying to start another band.
Yeah. Okay, well, I believe that may or may not be the final question. I'm gonna scroll the fuck down. No, there's no more goddamn questions.
Oh.
Yeah?
I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Have you played Return of the Obra Dinn?
I have not even heard of this.
You never heard of it?
No.
Oh well, you. It's only like $20. You should. I highly recommend you get it. It's one of the greatest games I've ever played. Do you know Papers, Please?
Yes, I know that.
It's made by the same guy.
Okay.
But in this game, you are a insurance dude in like the fucking like I don't even know what times it is, but it's like back in the days where they had to have those big cargo ships that had a bunch of those. It was like those cargo ships / like passenger ships.
Yeah.
Where they would go on this huge journey to get from one place to another, and it would take like months. Like it was, what is that, like 1800s, something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know, it was like a long ass fucking time ago. But one of these ships, the Obra Dinn, Can you still hear me? Oh, okay. You're all the way over there. Um, one of these ships, the Obra Dinn, it had like 60 passengers were on it. All of them dead or disappeared. And you have to make like, since you're an insurance person, so you have to like find out how these people died and who they were, so you can like um see how much like money and stuff, insurance, insurance stuff.
Yeah.
But you get this stopwatch, and when you go up to a carcass or something, and you take out the stopwatch, it shows you the moment that that person died,
Oh.
and you get to like walk around. It's like a little vignette kind of. You get to walk around it's like a 3D space. You walk around, and you
Yeah.
see all these other people doing shit, and you see the moment that that person died, and you have to say who they were and how they died for 60 people. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's like an investigation game. A
Yeah.
lot of critical thinking involved.
Yes.
It's a good fucking game. I highly recommend it, and the art style is pretty cool.
Yeah. That's pretty nice. That's cool. That's pretty damn cool.
Do you wanna wrap up this podcast, love?
I don't know, do I? This is the least spooky Halloween episode ever.
It's okay. I think we put a lot of
So good,
What a-
good.
a lot of content in this one.
Oh, good Halloween hangout. Let's see, I am trying to think if there's anything else I'm here to talk about. Oh fucking! I'll say that I do want to talk about this. Me and Kumbel for the last few weeks we've been watching, like movies every time we're watching like horror movies every time we've been over there, and I've now seen, 3 parts of Friday the 13th, and I fucking hate all of them. I hate all of them except the last. Well, okay, here's the thing. Like throughout my entire childhood, I heard from these fucking boomers. They were like, "Oh man, Friday the 13th, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, funny 80s things."
What?
I watched Friday the 13th recently.
It's not that good.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage. It's literally just actually bad. See, well, here's the thing. Okay, so we watched part 3, 4, and 7. 3 and here's what I'll say. 3 was entertaining purely because it was originally made to be in 3D, but the version we watched was not in 3D. So it has these shots of people pointing at the camera with their big old pointy fingers, and yeah, it was quite entertaining, but part 4 was literally just devoid of any fucking entertainment whatsoever. It was retarded. But then part 7 was pretty epic. It's called Jason Takes Manhattan or whatever the fuck. That one was vaguely entertaining.
Wait. Jason Takes Manhattan? Is that true?
Yeah. Isn't there a movie called Muppets Take Manhattan?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what it is. No, I hate most horror movies.
Yeah, they're just
And
not scary. They're just...
I hate Saw movies. I hate the ones that
Yeah.
have like so many movies in the franchise. Horror
Yeah.
movies should not become franchises.
Yeah.
Because the whole
Exactly.
point of a horror movie is that you need to make it like seem like it's just a one-time story.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you have to make it like if Paranormal Activity, if that movie just came out and just stayed like Paranormal Activity,
Yeah.
that'd be a good fucking movie. But then you have all of these like Paranormal Activity 1, 2, 3, 4. How many were there? Like 6?
I don't know. Actually, I have no idea.
We don't need that many fucking Paranormal Activity movies. We just needed the one.
Yeah.
That's why Blair Witch Project did so good, because they just made it. And then they made Blair Witch Project 2 and it sucked.
Yeah. And it wasn't even in that style, if I'm remembering right. Wasn't that
And it
movie
wasn't
like...
even, no, it was
Uh.
like it was just like this shitty like direct to DVD. It was like edited like it was some kind of like 90s commercial. It's so fucking weird. It's not a good movie.
Yeah.
But I think
Totally- Yeah.
the best horror movies are just like one-off things.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like fucking my favorite horror movies of all time. You know what? This is actually a good topic. What favorite horror movies of all time? My favorite one, and honestly, my favorite movies of all time are mostly horror movies because I just enjoy them because of their. I don't know. Like really good horror movies tend to have a lot of layers to them. And you tend to think about them a
Well,
lot. Like
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like my two favorite movies of all time, and there are probably a few others on here, but Eraserhead and The Shining. Those two movies are so fucking good. I love them, and I literally I could watch them like fucking 10 times. And they're good because they're not fucking not weird franchise shit. I don't know.
Well, they are actually making a sequel to The Shining
Yeah, I
because
did actually hear about
yeah,
that.
like Doctor Sleep.
Yeah,
That's what it's called.
it's about Danny growing up. And,
But then that's kind of like a gray area because every single Stephen King book
yeah.
connects with each other.
Yeah, I am curious to see that sequel. How it's gonna turn out. I was a little scared though seeing the trailer how they literally like they shot the like when they have like shots of young Danny, it looks exactly like the Kubrick movie. They literally just like reenacted it, and it scares me a little because I'm like, how close are you gonna connect this to that movie? I don't know. I don't know. No. My favorite horror movie is Freddy Got Fingered. The end. That's my favorite one. That one is.
No, but the first Nightmare on Elm Street is a genuinely good movie. I enjoyed that movie.
Huh. I've never actually seen that.
You should watch it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's probably the only classic horror movie that I like.
Oh wow.
Because a lot of them are bad because they're not really believable.
Like I really like Psycho. That's a fucking sick movie. Anyone who doesn't like that is a rapist.
I'm not a big fan of that.
Well, I guess you're a rapist. So I'm gonna name this podcast "Owen is a Rapist." No, I'm not kidding.
I don't really have a lot of favorite horror movies because I don't really get scared easily.
Yeah.
Recently I saw It Chapter 2.
Oh yeah.
I don't count that as a horror movie, but if you are going to count that as a horror movie, I'd say it's my favorite horror movie just because I just got so much enjoyment out of watching it, but it was not scary at all.
Yeah.
The movie that scared me the most that I can remember is probably Cloverfield when it first came out.
Oh yeah. Weren't you like fucking 3 years old? No.
I wasn't 3, but I was very young, and
That
watching
would make you, like,
this
13 at this point. No, but,
like
yeah.
I watched it when I first watched it. I was terrified because
Yeah.
that's like the first like found footage thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But is that a horror movie though? Is Cloverfield a horror movie?
I don't think it is.
It's more like a thriller, right?
Yeah. You know, I keep thinking about this thing anytime I'm thinking about scary shit throughout my life. There's this one thing that scared me so fucking badly in my childhood, and like I keep thinking about it, and it's still scary to me. I'm just remembering it, but
What is it?
so, the animated version of Tintin, there is one that's about them going to fucking Egypt. That fucking faggot Tintin and his cock dog Snowy. They go to Egypt, and within that, I think there's a part where they start like running out of water and they start hallucinating. And within that part, there's like this weird ass sequence of them like getting mummified by these weird fucking like gigantic dog people, and it is sincerely the most terrifying thing from my entire childhood. It is so goddamn scary.
When you say dog people, is it like Anubis?
Yeah, I think so.
Kind of like that?
Yeah.
Like those people, they have like the dog head. That sounds pretty fucking creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty spooky. Well, that was the spooky cast. That was.
Thank you all for giving your ear to us.
Thank you.
Lending your ear.
Yeah. What is this, Reservoir Dogs?
We talked about many things like stick people.
We sure did.
And
we did talk about the stick people.
We talked about the stick people. And other stuff that I can't remember.
Spooky
Goodbye.
things. Goodbye, everybody.